are back with some Granblue Fantasy news for both Granblue Fantasy vs Rising and Granblue Fantasy Relink. This past weekend was the Granblue Fantasy 10th anniversary event, which I stayed up for. It was very early in the morning. And during it, a plethora of announcements happened for Granblue Fantasy vs Rising and Granblue Fantasy Relink and Granblue Fantasy as the gacha game. Mainly in this video though, I'll just be talking about Rising and Relink. So for Rising, we got our first sneak peek at Beatrix and Vayne, both coming to Granblue Fantasy very soon. Vayne coming in April and Beatrix coming in May. And honestly, they look really good. They look really well animated. Beatrix's intro is phenomenal, and it also looks like they showed her having a little bit of a dive kick going on, so she's gonna be someone to look out for. Vayne, on the other hand, he looks really good. He looks just like Vayne. We've been playing him a little bit in Relink, which is something we're going to talk about in a moment actually. We also got a new costume in the form of Catalina's dress. So Catalina now has an outfit for Granblue Fantasy vs Rising. This dress is able to be purchased with real world money for $5, or it can be purchased in game for 22,500 rupees. And honestly, I think it's money well spent. Now, for the Granblue Fantasy Relink side of things, not only did they show off Twien and Seofan's gameplay, both of their gameplay looks really cool. Seofan looks a little bit different than I expected him to look. He has like the summon swordsman type deal. He has summon swords on certain moves, not the whole moveset like I thought he was gonna do. But Twien, oh my gosh, I have never seen an archer move like this. Like, she has arrows that just go all across the screen on some Kingdom Hearts crazy shot energy. Like, it looks amazing. And it's a really cool thing to see that they have another character that's going to be a zoner. I know right now, currently in Relink, the premier zoner is Rackham, and Rackham is really strong. Wigan's pretty good too. EO kind of does a zoner job, but she also can do other things as well. But yeah, it's great to have another DPS range character. But on top of that, we also got a look at a new character coming to Relink, and that is going to be Sandalphon. So Sandalphon is going to be a character that you can actually play in this game. At first we were wondering, like, man, maybe he'll appear in Lucilia's fight, and spoiler alert, he does. But we also get to play as him at a later date, and I think he'll be coming after our May update, whenever that happens. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. Like I said before, he's actually going to be a guest in the Lucilia's fight, and they showed that actually. They showed a little bit more of the Lucilia's fight and things going on with that. That fight is going to be out of hand. The Lucilia's fight actually drops literally tomorrow night, or I guess Thursday morning for most people. There's going to be a lot of hype around that fight because I'm sure it's going to be really hard from everything they've shown so far. And I know it's a hard fight in the mobile game. They also showed something that looks kind of like Impossible Lucilia's. So I'm wondering if that's a separate fight or if that's the same fight. Honestly, either way, I couldn't care less because this is going to be a spectacle to behold. Hopefully we can beat them within the first few tries. I doubt it though. Speaking of Lucilia's dropping late tomorrow / early Thursday, we have a few streams coming up very soon on this channel, and I'll be streaming Granblue Fantasy Relink, trying to get caught up and things like that on PlayStation. We got PC caught up, so we're looking pretty nice on that side. PlayStation, I want to get caught up a little bit so I can play with everybody on this Lucilia's raid. I really want to do it. I want to see what you guys have been cooking up. I hope I don't hold you guys back too bad. But yeah, definitely come through. We'll be streaming at 7 p.m. both days, so get hype, y'all. Get hype. But anyway, which part of this news were you more excited for? Were you excited for the Relink side of the news, like I just talked about with Lucilia's and Sandalphon and things like that? Or are you more excited about the Rising side of news? Don't forget, we also get a balance patch this month, so there's going to be another balance patch for Rising before we get the 2 new characters. So I'm curious to see what they'll do with that. I hope they buff Luane. You know, he's okay. You know, he's only good. So I hope they do a little bit of work on him. You know, make him a little bit better, y'all. We can do this. I mean, what are some things you guys want to see? But anyways, let me know any of that stuff down in the comments below. This has been your boy Zez Slow. Until next time, everybody, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay groovy. Love each and every one of y'all. We out of here. Peace. And I'll see you tomorrow.